Hello everyone. This video is basically just going to be a quick channel update, kind of going over some things I'm planning on changing with the channel, kind of talk about the delay in content over the last few weeks, and just kind of go through the content that's currently on the channel, some changes I may make, and let everybody know, especially newer subscribers, what that content actually is. So that if you're looking at a video, you see a particular title associated with that video, you actually know what you're getting into when you start watching that video. So, to start with, let me apologize for not having too much content lately. Real life stuff has been popping up, and that's really all there is to it. I'm trying to get up to doing at least a video or so a week, hopefully more, but my goal is to at least get a video up each week, so hopefully I can manage to do that. I will do the best I can. So as far as the content on the channel, obviously reviews are a fairly big part of the channel, and they'll continue to be. I am going to make some changes to the review system. Basically, I'm just going to try to make sure I include everything that everyone seems to have enjoyed about the Factorio and Long Dark reviews. In particular, the different perspectives or basically target audiences for the game. I have pretty much included that in most of the reviews I've done. Really, the only thing that I am bringing back is the scoring system. I had actually dropped the scoring system because I wasn't really sure it's what other people would want, but the more I have thought about it, it's something that I basically want there. I pretty much associate all games with some kind of a score, at least in my head. It's not a real finite thing in my head. I'm probably going to have to, really nail it down for the videos and things like that. And I know what a lot of people don't like about the scoring system is the fact that different people obviously have different opinions, but that's also something I'm trying to nail down a little bit with the different perspectives and different target audiences at the end of the video. So basically what you'll see, just like you saw if you watched the Mafia 3 review, is essentially you will see a score for every game, you will see a score for probably the best audience, and a score for the worst potential audience. And I think that kind of does a pretty good job of showing the range of the scores. I'm also including a whole bunch of information on positives and negatives. To me, that's actually one of the more interesting things when I go to look at somebody else's review. I love to see that list of positives and negatives because it really helps me frame that person's opinion on the game with what they did and didn't like about it. Other than that, really no big changes coming to reviews. I do have some games that I've actually taken a look at recently, and I just need to actually get the videos really made for them. A lot of them I've taken video of them already, I just need to do the voiceover work. So there should be quite a bit coming in the near future, including reviews on 2 different early access games, which I'm kind of really excited about doing. One of them I played, and I'm pretty happy with. The other one I haven't played yet, but I am excited to play. So we'll see how they go. So there's been a video series called Humble Impressions. That will probably stay, although it will probably be pretty infrequent. It wasn't something a lot of people seem to care about, and honestly, it was kind of a pain in the ass to get those videos out fast enough for it to really be relevant. The goal was to get those videos out really quick while the Humble bundle was still available. However, a lot of times it ended up being I was getting those videos out basically just about as the Humble bundle was about to end. So I want to do more of those videos, but ideally when I have a little more time to work on those videos, because right now I don't have a lot of time personally, so I don't know if I can reliably get those videos out. So you'll probably see some of them, you probably won't see them very frequently. There still will be some impressions videos. I'm going to try to focus more on reviews than impressions, but essentially there will still be some impressions videos for if I do Humble impressions, and also for any game that I really just either can't get into enough to really give it a real score, or any game that honestly I don't have enough time to really look at fully, or potentially a beta, something like that. I also had a series called Still Worth Playing. I really like the series, but I don't feel like there's a lot of interest in it, and honestly it kind of requires quite a bit of time for me to play those games. So basically the series was just me taking a look at games and really just trying to show games that are older but are still worth playing even today. Basically, in their current form, are they still worth playing? I thought it was a great concept for a series because essentially these were all games that I haven't actually played. Like, I had no nostalgia associated with them. So I thought it was kind of interesting to hit on those games and see if currently they're still viable. But the reality is, a lot of people weren't really interested in it, and I think until the channel grows a bit, I don't know that anybody's ever going to be interested in it. So it's not going to be something that draws people in, and I think right now it'll help the channel a little more to get more people in, as opposed to just doing videos on things that are basically just for me. So anyway, that series is probably mostly going to stop, even though I really want to play like Metroid sometime. I'm going to put that on hold until I have a little more time, and hopefully the channel has a few more subscribers, things like that. So that series may make its way back. Let me know if you really like the series and you wish I would play more of it, or you didn't know what the series was but it sounds interesting, and maybe I'll bring it back. But essentially right now there doesn't seem to be a lot of interest, so I'm probably not going to spend much time on that particular series for right now. One sideline thing that I probably will do a little more of here in the near future is at least I'm going to do one more video on World of Warcraft, kind of the end game impressions on it. It's something that I was trying to get to earlier, but I just kind of got busy, and honestly I hadn't seen enough of the end game to really say for sure. But now I've seen a whole lot more of the end game. I've got my character a lot of the way geared up, except for a lot of the raid gear and things like that. So I've kind of seen most stuff. I've seen some of the raids and kind of have a better idea of how to rate basically the end game in Legion. So anyway, you probably will see a World of Warcraft Part 2 video here in the near future. I also may do another World of Warcraft video kind of talking about some things about the end game, but I'll kind of leave that for that video. But essentially I may do more than one video about World of Warcraft, but it's not going to be an ongoing thing. There's two other video series I'm planning on doing for the channel. One is probably coming quite a bit before the other, but one of them is going to be a topic-related series, kind of like the World of Warcraft video I talked about doing. That one will probably make an appearance first, and it will probably just be about different topics in the game industry each week. I'll probably go into some detail on my thoughts on things, but also some facts that other people are missing on things. That tends to be how I feel about a lot of things. I feel like a lot of people throw opinions out there, but a lot of times those opinions aren't based on any kind of fact, and they're just people's gut call on things, and I'll probably bring more facts into the whole thing. But essentially, I'll probably have some kind of a video series talking about different topics. The other thing I may do is some kind of a news recap for the week. That one's probably going to wait until I have a little more time, but essentially I'd really like to do some kind of a recap at the end of a week and say, okay, here's the gaming news that happened this week, and here's some thoughts on that gaming news, and essentially just kind of go through the news for that week. So two series that may come in the near future. The topic-related series will probably at least make an appearance with the World of Warcraft video, and then from there, it'll probably just pop up whenever there's something to talk about. I'd love to make it a regular series, but that's all going to kind of depend on time and how well the series seems to go once I start working on it. So we'll see how it goes. So to kind of recap a little, I'm going to make a few changes to the channel, but for the most part, that's going to take the form of things that people already enjoy, or things that they already prefer. I'm going to try to just keep that going and make it a little better. So things like reviews may change a little bit, but essentially I'm just adding in more of what people seem to enjoy. I am cutting a couple things, like Humble Impressions will probably be fewer and farther between. I'm also probably going to completely cut out the Still Worth Playing, unless for some reason I happen to be playing an old game and feel like doing a video on it. Additionally, there are some more reviews coming. As I said, I've got a whole bunch of stuff recorded already. I do plan on hitting some bigger AAA releases still this year. I may take a look at Battlefield 1. I'm not too sure yet. It's all going to depend on how much time I have when it's released. But I do plan on playing a little bit of the new Call of Duty, mainly because it's the first Call of Duty in years that I've actually had any interest in. So really, since Modern Warfare 2, I haven't really played a Call of Duty, and this one actually, for whatever reason, has me somewhat interested. So we'll see how it goes. So anyway, that's basically it. If you have any feedback, things that you'd like to see on the channel, things that you would not like to see on the channel. I'm always open to hear it. Right now the channel is still pretty new and it's still pretty low in subscriber count, but basically I'm trying to get an idea of what people are looking for, what they're enjoying, what they are not enjoying. So any feedback you want to give me, I'd love to have it. You can just leave it in the comments below. If you liked the video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down, same as usual. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.